Hello my dear students, I warmly welcome you to CR Digital Classes. So now in this lecture, we are going to discussing one of the important theorem, that is eigenvectors are linearly independent vectors. Whenever for the given one rectangular or square matrix based on the eigenvalues, if you find the eigenvectors, those set of all eigenvectors is a linear independent set. That is the theorem. First of all, observe the statement of this theorem. So for the examination purpose, these types of problems are very important because these types of problems are the concept oriented problems. Okay, so therefore, if v1, v2 up to some v suffix are eigenvectors that corresponded to the distinct eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2 up to some lambda suffix r of a square matrix capital A, then show that the set v1, v2 up to some v suffix r, the set of eigenvectors. This set is set of eigenvectors is linearly independent. Linearly independent. Or else other statement is eigenvectors of a matrix are linearly independent. Simply they will also ask in this format also. Eigenvectors of a matrix are linear independent. Okay, so we have to prove that condition. So here, let observe the proof of this theorem. Eigenvectors are linearly independent. That is our heading. So given capital A is an n by n square matrix and v1, v2, v suffix are given eigenvectors of capital A corresponding to the distinct eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2 up to some lambda suffix r. For lambda 1, you will get v1 as an eigenvector, lambda 2, v2 as an eigenvector, up to some lambda r, v suffix r is the eigenvector. Corresponding means in that format only. Claim is nothing but we have to prove that the set of eigenvectors v1, v2, v suffix r is linearly independent set. That is our aim in this lecture. So therefore, to prove that claim, so we are considering or we are assuming that let the set v1, v2 up to some v suffix m is a linear dependent set. Here we are assuming that the same set, that is set of v1, v2 up to some v suffix m is linearly dependent set. Just we are assuming that. Okay, so we are proving this. Proof of this theorem is in the contradiction way. So we are considering the given set is linearly dependent at the end of the theorem. So we are going to prove this is contradiction to our supposition. So therefore, since vector v suffix 1 is non-zero, why? Because each and every vector is a eigenvector. So you know very well all eigenvectors are non-zeros. v1, v2 up to so on v suffix r all eigenvectors. Okay, these all eigenvectors are non-zero. So therefore, since first eigenvector v suffix 1 is non-zero, that is v1 not is equal to 0, then by one of the noun theorem for linear dependent sets or from the properties of the linear dependent sets, so we can state this theorem. Okay, so here ఈ బాక్స్ లో మెన్షన్ చేసినది this is one of the statement of the one important theorem based on the linear dependent sets. Why? Because we are assuming that given set is linear dependent, that's why we are using linear dependent set condition. That is, if a set of vectors is linearly dependent and the first vector v1 not is equal to 0, then for some vectors v suffix j where j greater than 1, that vector is linear combination of preceding vectors v1, v2 up to some v suffix j minus 1. Okay, so whenever you take v1, the first vector not is equal to 0. Why? Because at least one vector should exist. At least one vector is not equal to 0 means then only you can say it is a linear dependent set. v1 not is equal to 0 means it coefficient also, that scalar values also not is equal to 0. At least one vector not is equal to 0. Then for some vectors v suffix j, for any other vector v suffix j from the set of vectors, that vector can be written as linear combination. Okay, that v suffix j can be written as linear combination of its preceding vectors. ఇట్స్ ప్రిసీడింగ్ అంటే v సఫిక్స్ j కన్నా ముందున్న వెక్టార్స్ ఏముంటాయి మనకు v సఫిక్స్ 1 ఉంటది v సఫిక్స్ 2 ఉంటది అప్ టు సో v సఫిక్స్ j మైనస్ 1 వరకు ఉంటాయి. ఆ ముందున్న వెక్టార్స్ వరకు మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఆ v సఫిక్స్ j అనే వెక్టార్ ని దాని ముందున్న వెక్టార్ తోటి మనం లీనియర్ కాంబినేషన్ రాస్తాం. సిమిలర్లీ in the previous lectures also we clearly discussed that v suffix 3 is a linear dependent vector అని తీసుకొని దాని నేమ్ రాసాం 3v1 plus 2v2 అని కూడా రాసాం 3v1 plus 2v2 where v1 v2 are the preceding vectors of v suffix 3. Okay, so and 3 2 are the scalars అని చెప్పేసాం. సిమిలర్ గా here v suffix j is a linear combination of its preceding vectors v1 v2 up to v suffix j minus 1. By using this noun theorem statement, now let small m be the least index in the set. Small m be the least index in the set, that is small m less than small r. So you can observe from the previous slide. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఈ లీనియర్ డిపెండెంట్ సెట్ అని తీసుకున్నాం కదా ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ సెట్ అమ్మా. ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ సెట్ v1 v2 v suffix m. ఈ v suffix m is the least index in that set. least index అంటే ఆ సఫిక్స్ వాల్యూలో అదే చిన్న వాల్యూ అన్నమాట. ఇండెక్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే సఫిక్స్ వాల్యూస్. ఓకే, సో the least index in that set, therefore m subset capital R, m subset small r such that v suffix m plus 1 is a linear combination of the its preceding vectors. Okay, so then you take v suffix m plus 1, one of the vector, after that v suffix m is a linear combination of its preceding vectors, those are v1 v2 up to so on v suffix m. Okay, so here it's preceding vectors antunam. All those preceding vectors here clearly I mentioned that those all vectors are linearly independent. That is only here we are proving that. Okay, whenever you take small m is the least index in the set of small r vectors, then that v suffix m and there exists the next vector v suffix m plus 1. This v suffix m plus 1 can be written as v suffix m plus 1 can be written as linear combination of its preceding vectors. Okay, those are v1 v2 up to some v suffix m plus 1. So then there exist some scalars to apply the linear combination. So we have to consider some scalars. Those scalars are c1 c2 up to some c suffix m, such that according to that statement, okay, so it's a linear combination is nothing but we are writing in this format from that statement. So v suffix m plus 1 is equal to c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus up to so on c suffix m v suffix m. That is taken as equation number 1. So now after getting that equation number 1, here you can observe that multiply on both sides of equation number 1 with one eigenvalue, one of the eigenvalue lambda m plus 1. Why? Because here v suffix m plus 1 is the vector amma. V suffix m plus 1 is the eigenvector. That eigenvector formed by, or that eigenvector we can obtained by the eigenvalue lambda m plus 1 only. Corresponding eigenvalue is lambda m plus 1. Corresponding eigenvector is v suffix m plus 1. So then multiply equation number 1 with the corresponding eigenvalue lambda m plus 1 for that equation number 1. Then we write equation number 1 as in this format, equation number 2 format. Just we are multiplying with the eigenvalue lambda m plus 1, lambda m plus 1, lambda m plus 1 up to so on lambda m plus 1. Just simply we are multiplying equation number 1 with lambda m plus 1. So that resultant equation we can take it as equation number 2. After that multiply again equation number 1 with given matrix capital A. Same equation number 1 we have to multiply with the given matrix capital A only. Then the resultant equation should be in this format: c1 capital A v1 plus c2 capital A v2 plus up to c suffix m capital A v suffix m is equal to a into v suffix m plus 1. Okay, now according to the eigenvector definition, what is that value amma? Ax is equal to lambda x. This is the definition of the eigenvector. Wherever you have a into x, then you can replace with lambda into x, it means. Okay, so therefore apply the eigenvector equation, that is a into v suffix m is equal to lambda m into v suffix m. This is the pure application of the original definition. A into v suffix m is equal to lambda suffix m ఇంటూ v సఫిక్స్ m. ఇక్కడ మనకు స్మాల్ x ప్లేస్ లో మనం ఏం తీసుకున్నామంటే v సఫిక్స్ m అనే వెక్టార్ తీసుకున్నాం. అక్కడ కూడా మనకు స్మాల్ x అంటే వెక్టారే కదా. సో therefore here this equation whatever a into v suffix m is there, this equation is also definition for the eigenvector for this lecture. Okay, so therefore a into v suffix m is equal to lambda m into v suffix m. Wherever you have that value, you can replace. For m is equal to 1 to up to so small m in above equation, then we will get that equation number 3. So therefore here we have a into v1. For that a into v1, we can write lambda 1 into v1. c1 will be as it is. Why? Because it is a scalar. A into v1 plus lo we are replacing lambda 1 into v1. Here we have a into v2. By using that equation, we can write lambda into v2 plus up to so on a into v suffix m, we can write lambda suffix m into v suffix m. Okay, so in RHS also a into v suffix m is there, so lambda suffix m plus 1 into v suffix m plus 1, that is taken as equation number 3. Now if you observe carefully for the equation number 3 and equation number 2, RHS is equal, RHS values are equal, then we can equate the LHS values. ఇక్కడ ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 2 ని ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 3 ని మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేశారు అనుకోండి, రెండింటికి మనకు RHS వాల్యూస్ సేమ్ ఉన్నాయి. లాంబ్డా m plus 1 vm plus 1, లాంబ్డా m plus 1 v suffix m plus 1. సో రెండు సేమ్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి we can equate the LHS values, corresponding LHS values of two equations. So therefore subtracting equation 2 from equation number 3 are equating, so we can get equating అని అనొచ్చు, subtracting అని అనొచ్చు. So subtracting, this one is the equation number 2, and this one is the equation number 3, and this one is the equation number 2, LHS values, and these are the RHS values of equation number 3 and equation number 2. So take the corresponding values common. Here c1 is there from this word and from this word. Take c1 v1 common, and then you will get lambda 1 minus lambda m plus 1. Next, from these two terms, okay, so c2 lambda 2 v2, c2 lambda m plus 1 v2. So take c2 v2 common, then lambda 2 minus lambda m plus 1 you will get. So in this format, if you proceed for all the values, these two values will get cancelled in the RHS. In the left hand side, we can get c suffix m into v suffix m. The common values are lambda m suffix minus lambda m suffix m plus 1 equal to 0. This is taken as equation number 4. We are just subtracting equation 2 from equation number 3. After the subtraction, taking the common values. Okay, after the taking common values, we are getting in this format equation number 4. From equation number 1, that is v suffix 1, v suffix 2 up to some v suffix m is a linear independent set. From equation number 1, you can see here this one. This is the equation number 1. Here black color highlighted equation is equation number 1. This v suffix m plus 1 is the linear dependent vector. V suffix m plus 1. V suffix m plus 1 is the linear dependent vector. Why? Because we can write that v suffix m plus 1 vector as a linear combination of its preceding vectors. That's why we are calling equation 1 RHS value, linear dependent vector. In LHS, there are some other vectors v1, v2 up to some v suffix m. Those vectors here we are calling linear independent. That is only here I am mentioning linear independent vector. Preceding vectors are linear independent అని చెప్తున్నాను. So why we are saying those are the linear independent means, then from equation number 1, the set of eigenvectors v1, v2 up to some v suffix m is a linearly independent set. Then the scalars or weights in equation number 4 are all 0. Why? Because in equation number 4, what are the vectors v suffix m వరకు ఉన్నాయి. v suffix 1 నుంచి v suffix m వరకు ఉన్నాయి. ఆ v suffix 1, v suffix 2, v suffix 3, v suffix 4 up to some v suffix m అనేవి మనకేంటివంటే అవి లీనియర్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ వెక్టార్స్. అంటే దేర్ లీనియర్ కాంబినేషన్ షుడ్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు 0. ఆల్రెడీ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అయిపోయిందా? And whenever you say those are the linear independent vectors, then their scalars, ఆ వెక్టర్స్ కున్న స్కేలార్స్ ఏం అవ్వాలంటే 0 అవ్వాలి. ఇక్కడ స్కేలార్స్ అంటే ఏం తీసుకుంటామంటే ఈక్వేషన్ నెంబర్ 4 లో ఈ టోటల్ ప్రాపర్టీని మనం ఏమంటామంటే స్కేలార్. వై? బికాస్ వేర్ c1 lambdas are scalars, c2 subtraction of lambdas are scalar, and c suffix m subtraction of lambda m's are scalar. all scalars equal to 0, then only that set is called linearly independent.